Alrighty. I forgot how I wanted to start this. So, I haven't done anything in... Let me check. My podcast, August 8th. Oh, it's been over a month. Alright, that is my bad. See, I'm gonna be honest, I feel a little bit burnt out. Or I was. I kept thinking about it, and I felt like almost obligated to do this when I really started it just for like something fun to do. I mean, I enjoy doing it. It's just like when I go to like write my notes. When I go to write my notes and I how do I want to say this? When I go to write my notes, I go and I think that, you know, I'm doing all of this, reading all these things, like, I've got 8 pages of notes, and it just kind of feels like, I go through it quickly, and I know I do, just because, like, I don't, how do I want to wear this? I feel like I go through it quickly because I don't really have all that much to say on certain things, if that makes sense. I'm trying to find my other bottle. So I'll just sit here and I'll read something like, oh, hey, there's another cheater, there's another new hack in Warzone, and it just kind of, like, bums me out a little bit, because, as you know, like, I like Warzone, I really do. I wish I could play it more, but, like, with how it is now with all the cheating and the hacking and just the weird glitches going around, we're going to talk about a couple of them here. It just kind of feels like, although I feel like you guys should know about it, I just kind of, like, don't have that much to say. So I'll mention it, give, like, a quick thought about it. And then just keep right on going, and it just kind of feels like I'm doing that too quickly. I mean, as you may have noticed, I've been doing this myself for quite a while, and I'm honestly... I can't say why. Like, I know why, I just... The guy that I was doing it with, he's got some stuff going on he needs to work through. So that's that. So I'm really gonna say about that. So it's just kind of like, yeah, it's over here. Okay, it just kind of feels to me like I'm doing this by myself, and I feel like I go through things quickly, and I like feel like that's not entertaining. I mean, I can see how many people actually listen to the audio, at least on Spotify. Everywhere else, it like, the app that I use only shows me Spotify, and things have been going pretty good, honestly. Well, not good, there's like steady growth, if that makes sense. And I don't know, I just feel like the way that I'm doing things now just isn't that entertaining, per se. So I feel like there's something I could do to make it better, but I'm not entirely sure, like, what, because, you know, I've added music to it now. And I feel like I need to stream more regularly, like just regular gameplay, not just this podcast, just in general, just do a little more streaming and get myself out there a little bit more. And how do I want to word this? My time schedule for literally everything is pretty weird. So no matter what, I wake up for the day and I work at noon, and then I get off sometimes at 4 in the morning, sometimes at 4 in the afternoon, sometimes at 9, sometimes at 11, sometimes at midnight. So the weekends where, like, I only work 4 days, so I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. And you're sitting here thinking, like, well, just do all of that on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You've got 3 days to do it. And it's kind of weird. Because, you know, my job isn't all of that difficult, per se. But there's just, like, a lot going on all of the time, it feels like. So it's just go, 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 work, sleep, wake up, wait, work, go, 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 sleep, wake up, go to work. So it's just kind of been hard for me to find, like, a schedule for that. Like, through all of that, because, like, I have 3 days off, but, like, those days I just kind of want to, like, relax and play video games. Or sleep. Or, like, not have a schedule, you know, if that makes sense. Okay, I thought I heard my dog. What? Alexa, stop. Okay, that was weird. But yeah, I don't know. I want to stream on the weekends. I just, like, don't like having trying to set up a schedule to do it. What is going on there? I cut myself. It's just, oh, it's just my hair. But yeah, so I just feel like I just, like, don't really want to make a schedule, but I know I need to, and I just can't think of a time to do that. If that makes any sense. But that being said, I'm actually going to take a little break because I guess I have to run to the bathroom, so give me like a minute or two and then I will be right back. We're going to get started. So we're going to get right into it today. So, you know, as we all probably know by now, we're about in the middle of Season 5. So we got Season 5 Reloaded. They always do something, well, they don't always. They started doing this with Black Ops Cold War. And we found out that halfway through they do a Season Reloaded where we get another double XP weekend. We get some new content. My chair is sinking. We get some new content. And with that new content, you know, it seems kind of like a little bit of to refresh you back into the. What up, demon dog? Refresh you back into the season, which personally I don't understand. I mean, at least I can get the double XP weekend and the new content, but like not near as much per se. It to me just kind of feels almost cheap. I don't know if cheap's the right word, but what I'm saying is, with, you know, having this whole mid-season update thing, we got some bug fixes. Of course, we always need bug fixes because, you know, nothing in Call of Duty can work right out of the gate. We get this, we know this, we understand this, but if it's Season 5 content, release it with Season 5. I don't want to see it month and a half, 2 months into, you know, Season 5. It's already halfway over. Like, this new season, I need to go to my thing here. We have Zoo 24/7. You know, Zoo is a new map. Well, not new map. It's a remastered map from the original Black Ops 1. If you actually look, it's not in the core playlist, but it is in hardcore. If you're going to release a remastered map, release it at Season 5 and just throw it into the regular, like, TDM, Domination, Hardpoint, Control, Kill Confirmed, those kind of rotations, and then later on throw it in to, like, to rotation, because we've got Nuketown 24/7. We've had Nuketown 24/7. Also, if you guys have been noticing, I have all these filters for once because I've been playing core. It's weird to say, it's weird to admit, but I've been playing core. I've been playing a lot with one of my buddies, and he doesn't like hardcore. The more I play, I realize that I kind of don't either. Like, it's great for setting up weapons, but we're sitting here and let's get my creative class, trying to get gold on this. I need mastery. I need one more camo. I've gotten literally all of the other ones except this guy. Get 5 kills without dying 20 times, coming from the AK-74U in multiplayer. So I've been playing pretty much hardcore up until about a month ago, which last week I was playing the game and forgot to stream. So, but we're at progression 45 days. We're at Prestige 8, level 127, and I've gotten 19 out of the 20 times that I need to get. What's this? 19 out of the 20 times I need to get 5 kills without dying. And 4 of those were in the last couple days. Everything else was through the... How many matches did I play? Will COD Tracker tell me? COD Tracker should tell me. Also, my overall KD went up since I can't get maybe 2 kills and then die like 4 times because one shot everything. So that's nice. I went up from 0.69 to 0.83 3 now. Nice. Okay, so I played 929 matches in Black Ops Cold War since its release, which doesn't actually feel like a lot more than that I say it, but it's just 923 929 matches. If I gotta get 5 kills without dying 20 times, I should be able to do that. I'm not like a hardcore sweat or anything, so that's why I haven't. But yeah, that's why I've been playing a lot of core. But I don't feel the fact. I still don't feel like they should release new content mid-season. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a nice little refresher sometimes, but like, they didn't really announce it at all that Zoo was coming back. It just kind of came back. So if you're gonna do that, why not throw it into this rotation, like your regular rotation, and then it'll just pop up randomly, and it'll be a nice surprise instead of like a, oh hey, boom, new map. You can only play that map if you really, really wanted to, but only if you're playing hardcore, which doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I could get why like Control, a Demolition, a Double Agent, like I could get why these are core, but I mean, if it's a 24/7 playlist of a map, we have Nuketown 24/7 in both. Why not have Zoo 24/7 in both? What are you doing? Cole's just on mine. Okay. Where you at? I like toast. Let's see if he's actually alive. Anyway, back to the game. So I just kind of feel like, why not just release it at the beginning and then bring the 24/7 playlist on a little later? Whew. Oh wait, where's my launcher? Oh. Sorry. But it just seems kind of weird to release content for the season, like halfway through the season, and then make it a playlist for only one mode. I just think they should, like, max it, or not max it, bring it in all at once. And then, if they want to make it a 24/7 playlist halfway through, like, just shake it up a little bit. Like, what if, you know, like, for your special modes for just core, what if you had Control, VIP Escort, and Double Agent for the first half, and then when you Season 5 reload it, have Combined Arms, Capture the Flag, and Escort. Why not do something like that? Just, like, release all the content at the beginning of the season is what I'm trying to, like, say that I think should go on. But we've got Season 5 reloaded. We've actually had another update for you Warzone players out there. But, you know, as we all probably know at this point, and if you don't, I'm about to tell you, we got Call of Duty Vanguard, the next iteration in the series. So that's going to be out on November 5th, 2021. So just about 2 months from now. A little under. Not going to brag, but nobody buy it for my birthday that's 8 days later, because I already pre-ordered. Woo, just because I don't want to have to pay for it later. I've had a little extra money, so why not? Alright. But with the multiplayer reveal that some of you may or may not have seen, I actually haven't seen it. I've read about it, and I've seen links to the video, but I figured, what the heck, I've probably got more information out of reading than I probably would from watching it, because every time I watch something like this, I get really, really distracted. Be like, pretty colors, dude. You know? So I've just been reading about it, and I haven't actually watched it. But in the multiplayer reveal for Vanguard, we learned that the new Warzone, that there's going to be a new Warzone map. I mean, don't get me wrong, I want to say I like Verdansk, but I just kind of I have mixed feelings about it. Because if you say you like Verdansk, you're not. What version are we talking about? Are we talking about the version when Warzone came up, like when it became a thing, when Warzone, like when they added like the subway system and other places? Are we talking about this weird new one that is Verdansk, but like before Verdansk, but like also after a nuclear explosion? It's just, well, I don't think it was a nuke. I want to know how the time travel happened, but I don't care enough to read into it that far. So I'm just not. I'm kind of ready for a new map, just because of what I played. It just kind of feels like, come on, Activision, it's been 2 years. Like, they either got to add something big or give me a new map. And it looks like we're getting a new map. It's a new map set in the Pacific Islands, which would make sense, since Vanguard is supposed to be a World War II themed, and history buffs out there, it was fought a lot in the Pacific. So having a Pacific themed map makes a lot of sense. It says this new map will be roughly the same size as Verdansk. Honestly, I kind of wish it would be a little smaller, because the way I play, there are sometimes I go 10 minutes without seeing a player, and then I have to move because the gas, and then everybody's trying to run from the gas, and we're in the gulag. But, you know, it's supposed to be roughly the same size as Verdansk, but this map also claims to be more colorful, and for a direct quote, more alive and vibrant than the original map, which I hope so. I mean, I like Verdansk because there's a great variety of places, but my thing is, the colors are too dark. It feels like the only way that you're gonna see somebody is, you know, the colors are dark, the sunlight effect is weird. Anyway, the sunlight just kind of feels like off, if that makes sense. It just feels like the lighting isn't right, the colors are too dark. The only way you'll be able to see anybody is if they're wearing one of like bright 80s colored outfits, instead of, I'm gonna get up and get a drink. Uh-oh. Nope. How do I go in? Yes. My bot is doing its job. Alright, so I'm going to swap my mic real quick so that I can get up and get a drink of the adult beverage variety. Okay, we're still good. So, I just kind of feel like unless you're getting the, like, very, very bright, very, very colorful, like, 80s themed outfits, you're just, like, I don't want to say there, you just can't really see an enemy until it's, like, almost too late. Okay, you are still good.
Because, they're not wearing those bright 80s outfits. They're wearing Scuba Steve. As you can see on my screen, I just like saying Scuba Steve over and over and over. But, where am I at? Twistlet to open. Oh, I gotta cut it first. The sightlines are just kind of, the colors are bad, and I'm looking for a refresh on the map just in general. Because I personally, at least, feel like I landed all the same places. So this new map is definitely something I'm looking forward to. We do know something. This is a question that I've been asking myself, and I haven't really figured out a reason as to like why not. But I also haven't figured out that how to not how to do it, how it's gonna work yet. Because we know that even smells pickly. We know that
Oh, how am I trying to say this? So we know what the new map's incoming. Or the new game incoming. We know that Warzone launched with Modern Warfare back in 2019. We know that with Modern Warfare, they were using the Modern Warfare weapon. If they're using the Modern Warfare weapons, they integrated with Cold War, so then Cold War came out, came out. When Cold War came out, they integrated it, and when it was integrated, it brought the Cold War weapons. So I've been just kind of like curious this entire time to see if maybe like on the off chance that once the once the new game was out, would what just happened? My headset disconnected. Report. Once the new game is out, I'm just kind of curious as to whether or not, the Modern Warfare would be phased. I just updated everything today. Is there like too much going on? I feel like I have too much going on. Oh wait, no, we're back. We're better, kinda. But what we didn't know, what we don't know, is that. How do I say this? Are the Modern Warfare weapons going to be phased out? Is it going to have a weapons rebalanced? Is it going to, we really have no idea. But now we kind of do. Twitch itself made a statement saying that Warzone will continue to support weapons and content earned with a battle pass or purchased store bundles from Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Activision said this is all built on the same tech and engines as Call of Duty Vanguard for seamless weapon integration and play balance, and it all arrives with fully optimized crossplay, cross progression, and cross-gen support. Okay, so that's good news, but it doesn't really clarify. Because it says all weapons bought with a battle pass, or not, earned with a battle pass, or purchased for store bundles. What if I wanted to use the regular, AK-74U from Black Ops Cold War? Will I still be able to do that? Will I still have to choose between the... Oh. Will I still have to choose between the AK-74 from the from Cold War, from Modern Warfare, from Vanguard, since that just seems to be a staple Call of Duty weapon? That I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure, at least in my own opinion, in my own thought process, I think when it comes to like core weapons, if they're just keeping blueprints and like battle pass weapons, I think that they're going to go and not going to go in. I think they're going to like discontinue like the, oh hey, here's just a random AK-47 from Modern Warfare. So instead of having, so anything that's not blueprint or store bundle or battle pass or store bundles, I think they're going to keep the weapons from Cold War and Vanguard, and then whatever's next, I'm just going to call it COD 2022. COD 2022 and Vanguard, they might still keep that around then, or they might phase out some of the store bundles. I didn't time out nobody. I didn't do that, okay. But filtering? Okay. Anyway, sorry, my bad. So I feel like they're gonna start phasing out the weapons from the older games and onto the new ones. But as for right now, we're going to see that we're gonna at least have the previous game and then the new game moving forward. That's just my thoughts on it. That being said, shaking your little collar around. What we do have is news. This is big news for us because we listen here and we talk about cheaters and hackers and glitches, and no matter what, for the last 2 years, 2019, 2020, and 21, it's actually 3 years now, we've been looking for an anti-cheat, right? So the arrival of the new Pacific map coming in Vanguard will see the rollout of a new anti-cheat system for Warzone on PC that Activision promised in August. I say PC because that's the direct quote. The direct quote is it'll be rolling out on PC. But here's the reason why. You can still technically use hacks and still, weird stuff on consoles. It's just a lot harder on console. Way too much. So PC is primarily where the focus is going to be because that's where it's at. Okay, so if I try to open that up, it's gonna freak me out again. Maybe. So, Activision promised in August that this was going to be released. The new system is now being comprehensively tested. If I turn on my mic feedback just to make sure this is working, is it going to? I'm going to move my audio output capture and then just play a video quick. Because I know my microphone can do it, or will pick up, but I'm not sure if my headphones are set for this. I need to make sure they're working because it's being weird. Sync garbage. Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna try to turn off. Okay, so we are good. Somehow my headset got turned off, even though my program says they're on. We're good to go. These are connected now. But this says the new system's being comprehensive, that when it's ready to be released is kind of up in the air. Because Activision only says it'll be later this year, sometime after the release of Vanguard. So, for those of you that, you know, watch or play Warzone and are excited to play in the new map, just give you a little heads up that there's not going to be an anti-cheat then. At least not on launch day, maybe not. It's still kind of unconfirmed. They say it'll be ready, so like why not release it on launch day? That seems like a perfect, because you know we're gonna download the game. For those of you that pre-ordered, you can preload it. I'm not sure on console because I play on PC, but I know I can preload it on PC. If I pull up my launcher now, it gives me an install button, but just says it's not ready to be installed yet. But that being said, I mean, we're going to preload it. It's going to be launch hour. Like, it's going to hit midnight. Clock's going to strike. Boom, we're going 60 gig update. So, I mean, why not release it with that? Because we're already expecting it. But, now that we're back to the pre-order, kinda, something weird that I'm finding, well, that I think they're doing. I think it's weird anyway. You might not. But September 10th through the 13th. So this weekend, actually, we have pre-order only access for the beta for all PlayStation players. I mean, I want to say that makes sense, but I'm kind of annoyed by it based on the fact that, you know, Cold War got the how do I want to say this? Cold War got the pre-order treatment for PlayStation, and when's PC's turn, man? PC Master Race, man. We care about you. We play Call of Duty too, man. Anyway, that's not the point. But for those PlayStation users, you know, you're gonna get this weekend for pre-order only access, and next weekend, the 16th through the 17th, is the open beta for all PlayStation players, and pre-order only access for Xbox and Battle.net players, or Battle.net PC players. Now, this is something I find kind of weird, because what the heck? Why have it open for one console? Why have it open for all PlayStation players, but only pre-order for everybody else? I mean, if you pre-ordered on PlayStation, you already get another week, or another weekend. But I mean, I don't make the rules. And then the 18th to the 20th, so right after the open beta for PlayStation, and pre-order only for Xbox and PC, is open beta for all platforms. So they're doing this in 3 stages, like 2 of them are kind of weird pre-order stuff. But in addition to pre-ordering, not only do you get to preload the game, All digital pre-orders get you beta access. You get the ability to preload. You also get a Night Raid Mastercraft weapon blueprint for immediate use in Black Ops Cold War and Warzone. I've been using it. I personally am not a fan of it because, you know, I'm going to pull it up here because why not? It's 7. 7. Not the KSP. You're going to Gunsmith. So it looks kind of cool. Don't get me wrong. That looks super cool. But it comes with... You don't have an optic, so it shows up like... Actually, I'm just going to redo it because I didn't really change anything. PPSH, Night Raid... Oh, it does come with one. Yeah, this is the stock setup. Okay. So it comes with an optic, like the very first optic, the very first muzzle. Middle barrel, I want to get the task force, but I'm not a fan of the weapon enough to like level it up. Plus, as soon as you get the task force, it's just kind of weird because the skin doesn't come anywhere else for the barrel. So you got your rifle barrel, and it looks like a World War II plane. But anywhere else, it's just you got a yellow tip. I'm not. You get a 55 round drum mag, so again, the first one. I'm kind of wanting to level up to see what this 50 round fast mag is, because your weapon lasts for. Your round magazine lasts forever. You got 55 of them. But as of right now, until I get the task force barrel, I don't think it's gonna hit. I don't think it hits very hard. The stock gives you shooting move speed and aim walking move speed. I don't know, it just doesn't seem like very accurate as it's like standard form. But, you know, it comes with pre-ordering, which some of us like to do anyway. If you pre-order the Master Bundle, present every front, single player campaign. It's something we're gonna talk about here soon. Okay, so with the quote-unquote Ultimate Edition, it includes the Task Force 1 pack featuring content playable in Vanguard in Warzone. If you buy the $99 upgrade, you get the Shepherd skin for 2nd Lieutenant Lucas Riggs of the 20th Battalion Australia Military Forces. I'm going to pull this over to my other screen. The Arctic Shadow skin for Lieutenant Polina Petrova for the 138th Rifle Division of the Red Army. The Bomber skin for Captain Wade Jackson of Scouting Squadron 6 of the United States Navy. And you get 3 weapon blueprints. These unlock immediately when you play Vanguard for the first time. I do believe that the operators do too, but I'm not sure. This one doesn't say. It does say that these are going to be, or the weapon blueprints will be unlocked with Vanguard. You get the Breacher Assault Rifle, includes special tracer rounds and 8 pre-configured attachments. We get 8. Nice. Built upon a weapon that's viable in most combat situations, the Breacher leans into its ability to be kitted for close quarters, with several attachments coming forward together to maximize its fire rate on a level that competes with the fastest firing submachine guns. So this would be an AR with the fire rate of an SMG. That's something I kind of want to try, actually, but I don't want to upgrade. The Snowstorm Rifle, which includes special tracer rounds, 7 pre-configured attachments. This might be a PIC-10 system. A preferred weapon for one Polina Petrova. This long-range tool can deliver devastating one-shot eliminations with ease. I mean, snipers tend to be one-shot, especially if it's a headshot. Unless you have armor, that's my experience. Maximum damage can be achieved through 2 of the 7 attachments. On the Snowstorm, as a magazine with an extra large caliber bullets and an ammo type that is armor piercing, combined to devastate both infantry and vehicular targets. The Thunderhead submachine gun that includes special tracer rounds and 8 pre-configured attachments. I'm pretty sure at this point we're in a Pick 10 system. Among these attachments for the accuracy focused, nice, submachine gun are an extended magazine with 9mm ammunition, a short barrel that increases the fire rate slightly and damage range significantly, along with a recoil boosting muzzle that uses that force to further improve fire rate. So recoil boosting, I'm not sure, but I believe you're going to get more recoil, which is nice because this seems like it could be unstoppable if it didn't. So yeah, that's what you get for pre-ordering, especially with the Ultimate Editions. That's kind of nice, actually. Oh, yeah. But we're going to take a little break and talk about some Warzone stuff now because I'm getting excited for Vanguard. At this point, saying that Call of Duty Warzone has a hacking problem is stating the obvious. I mean, we've been doing it for months on end. While the latest Warzone hack isn't going to cause players any trouble on its own, it sees hackers accessing the Judge Dredd outfit early. I mean, it's not the first time hackers have gotten cosmetic stuff earlier than they're supposed to. There's been countless examples of blueprints equipped early, and some have gone out of the way to create custom skins for themselves. Soap, there was an early appearance of Warzone's operator Soap, and it's the most prominent example of this as hackers were walking around Verdansk as the Modern Warfare icon several weeks before he was released to the public. Now, I did not save the photo for this, it's my bad. There was a photo going around where this guy was using an unreleased skin variant from Black Ops Cold War's operator Beck. I'm going to throw this, and I'm going to go see if those are actually in the operator class. Now, where was Beck? Price, Bulldozer, Revis, Maxis, Weaver, Sala, Striker, Hudson. There's Price, Woods, Park, Baker, Adler, Song, Hunter, so he must be Warsaw. Vargas, Powers, Beck. And I didn't want to do that. X. Force. I need to unlock more skins for this guy. Dang. Carnage. How much is this bundle? Okay. Yeah, so they're not even released yet for you to even, like, preview. But it's Judge Dredd. It's a comic book character. Or comic book style. But it can be safely assumed, since he's got an unreleased variant of the skin, that he can have access to the rest of the bundle as well, alongside the 2 Dredd costumes. A special assault rifle, SMG, and pistol are included. A finishing move, charm, watch, calling card, and emblem also feature in the unreleased bundle, ensuring that Judge Dredd fans have plenty to look forward to once he arrives in store. Oh. So, I mean, this one isn't really that... I don't want to say it's that bad, because it's still pretty bad, because it shouldn't be happening. But I just don't know how I can... How can I talk about this? Because I'm not sure how to feel, because on one hand, it lets us know that a cool new bundle is coming. Because I saw this picture, and it's really actually pretty cool. On the other hand, we're not supposed to see or know about it yet. That is just wrong in general, because again, we should not have seen it yet. move on because I'm still conflicted about this. Let me know what you guys think on this situation. I mean, I know it's wrong that he's got this, but it's still kind of cool. So, we remember when Black Ops Cold War came out, we had a disgustingly low amount of content out. We had 6 maps. 3 weeks in, we got Nuketown 24. Or Nuketown. Fan favorite came back. It's in its latest iteration. And it's for 24/7. It's been a 24/7 playlist ever since, except for literally 1 week. Personally, other than Checkmate, I feel the best maps in Black Ops Cold War are the ones that they re-released. But again, that's just me. Now we've got Vanguard coming out in 2 months. Vanguard is launching. Oh, you're more closer to me. Vanguard is launching with a whopping 20 maps. 6, 20. 6, 20. Now, these aren't all multiplayer maps. I mean, well, they're multiplayer maps, but they're not all, like, core maps. So they got 16 core maps and 4 Champion Hill maps. This is marking the highest count of maps at the beginning of a COD's life cycle. And the number will only grow with more maps being added with each content season every couple months. Now this is something I can get behind, because I was excited for Cold War. And then it came out, and I felt like I spent $60 on like half a game. 20. I can learn those 20 maps for a while. Heck, after I've learned maybe 5 or 6 of them, they're going to start Season 1, or if they just start a season straight off, Season 2. And they're going to add another map or 2. But right now we know that what map is this? What map is this? Please. Yeah. Okay. If Black Ops Cold War and Modern Warfare were any indications, Vanguard could borrow maps from old games. I mean, 2 of them already have. So, we know a name of the couple of the maps that are coming with Vanguard's release. We know Castle and Dome, which are remakes from World of Wars. We've got Eagle Nest, Gavutu, Hotel Royale, and Red Star. Those 6 are, you know, like your core maps. We do know the names of all 4 Champion Hill maps. Champion Hill maps include Airstrip, Courtyard, Market, and Train Yard. I'm not entirely sure what Champion Hill is, or why we know all 4 maps already, but I'm glad that they're starting off with a remake, with a couple remake maps, and here's why. if we get 2 remakes right out of the gate, even if you don't like the other 14 maps in core, you probably have an opinion on one of the remakes, and whether you play it or not is up to you. We also know that zombies will be included in Vanguard. But right now, we don't know what the maps are. We got some content. Got a good chunk of content. Where we at? So we on the web. Okay. So we're gonna hop back to Warzone just for a little bit. Because Season 5 has a huge assortment of weapons for you to try out. But it seems like many players, myself included, even though I barely play, feel there isn't a lot of variety in terms of gunplay and are asking devs to change that. When you load into a game of Warzone, you'll have a wide variety of different guns to choose from. I mean, you got assault rifles, sniper rifles, among others. I think those are the main 2 that are used. But you can choose other things. But a few players feel that very few weapons are actually viable in the game. Some classes are more powerful than others, and now they're calling on the devs to add more gunplay variety. A Reddit user that goes by the name of Georosia states the only weapons viable at mid to long ranges are full auto ARs, LMGs that functions just like ARs, and light snipers. Heavy snipers have no role in the game because light snipers, like the CAR, the Swiss, and to a lesser extent the SPR, outperform them by a very large margin, and semi-auto snipers are awful. Marksman rifles have no role in the game. Why would I want a lever MK2 or semi-auto SKS/EDR marksman rifles when they're outperformed even by full auto ARs at long distance? Or when they will get destroyed by light snipers, which paradoxically have less flinch? The only viable marksman rifles are the ones that are actually light snipers in all but name, which are the CAR and the SPR. The others have too much flinch and too much real and visual recoil to be useful. Tactical rifles have no role in the game. There is a small buff to the recoil of the DMR and the Type 63. However, they're still so much harder to use than ARs at mid to long range that there's no point in even using it. While you have a better TT time to kill than most ARs, when you manage to land headshots, it's very hard to consistently do. The recoil makes it hard to land precise follow-up shots, and the atrocious bullet velocity and bullet drop will make you miss a lot of shots entirely, especially at long range, which is where these guns should dominate. These guns require fine precision to be good, but being precise with them is harder than with almost any gun. The AUG and the M16 have similar issues. Bullet velocity is too low, bullet drop is too much, and the recoil is too strong. They can't be used consistently at long range. The only place... The only place where tactical rifles are viable, though still not the best options, is at close range, which is where they should perform badly. It feels as if the tac rifle meta gave us... it feels that after the tac rifle meta, Raven gave up on balancing classes. LMGs are only good when they function like ARs. The Stoner and MG82 are both good and fun to use, but what is the difference between them and long-range ARs? well, slower movement and worse reload times in exchange for precision on the Stoner or a slightly better TTK on the MG82. But you already have ARs that perform that way. You use the EM2 and the C58 to get better TTK in exchange for stronger recoil. And you get the Krig, QBZ, M13, or the Grau to get better precision in exchange for a slower TTK. There needs to be some mechanic that differentiates ARs and LMGs. Right now, they feel basically the same, and the LMGs that really feel like they are something different are just not good. To sum up, I feel that despite the large number of guns that we have, very few types of guns are viable. Burst, semi-auto, heavy sniper, and heavy machine guns have no role at all, and this results in a loss of variety, making fun fights feel boring and stale. The issues with cheating in Call of Duty Warzone are never worse, and while things are expected to improve soon, players have been struggling to enjoy the game. Oh, I missed another thing there. Okay, sorry. So, with the loss of variety making things feel boring and stale, I agree with pretty much everything that this person said. There are parts. There are specifics, because I can still see myself using the DMR. Not after this nerf, but up until then. Up until then, you know, it was still kind of viable. You can actually use it. I know I haven't spoken about the nerf yet, so we're going to do that quick, and then we go back to my notes. So in the last update, if you've used the DMR after the last Warzone update, you'll see it doesn't feel quite the same. The patch notes stated that the Black Ops Cold War DMR 14 had the neck multiplier decrease from 1.1 to 1, and the upper torso multiplier decrease from 1.1 to 1. You're sitting here thinking, you know, it's 0.1, get over it, it's not that much different, the puppy gone. But at the same time, that 0.1 can make a huge difference if it's, you know, if you're a long range tac rifle and it's a more long range AR, he can shoot faster than you. But if you have that 0.1% of, you know, neck multiplier, you could take him out first. So I'm not really sure what to say here. But there's just little things. I do agree with most of that. I do feel like everybody just uses the same kind of classes and stuff. And I agree that stuff like that needs to change. But it just does kind of feel like there's not variety in Warzone. It wasn't the last time I played. I don't know, it's been a while. I don't know. But we've had so many hacks and cheats through Warzone, it's not even funny. But there's a new one. Yeah, they keep finding a way. It makes me so excited for the anti-cheat that's supposed to come sometime after Vanguard, even though it's going to be ready at launch. But this one's a little different. This latest cheat sees players able to launch themselves into the sky on a motorcycle or other vehicle. This kind of sounds dumb and less game breaking than an aimbot, but it is. I mean, The vehicles are far from harmless, and if they're doing this way, they can get kills as easily as with an aimbot. So I saw there was a video by a guy on Reddit that goes by the name of Corvo42, and it sees a player tracking the kill feed. If players watch the box with a list of kills as the action unfolds around them, they'll see that not all the enemy players are eliminated. No. Okay. I need to figure out what's going on with my notes. So basically, players as they kill are just going straight up in the air. They can't be seen, they can't be targeted. And then they're coming right back down and hitting you with their vehicle, which, by the way, messes you up. There's a new Warzone bug that is game breaking though. There's a video on it from Corvo42. In the end of a Warzone match, there's supposed to be 2 people left, and it shows the list of players killed, even though the last guy's still alive over there. So that's fun. I mean, earlier we had a bug where you were winning the Warzone just by jumping off the plane. Now you're winning just because now there's a chance you could win just for being one of the final 2. Alright. Okay. So we got cheaters, and we got hackers, and we've got stim glitches, and we've got vehicle weapon glitches, and we got flying vehicles, and we have infinite tacticals, we have infinite gas masks. You can win by starting the game, you can win by being one of the last 2 people alive. And anti-cheat will fix most of that. But there are just some core things that need to be fixed as well. Yeah. So, we got 2 more things. What? What is going on? Haha. This isn't showing up in my thing. I need to connect to my Twitch quick, because this is what I think it is. Okay, we're just gonna keep going because we're almost done. We got 2 things left to talk about. You know, naturally it's a new Call of Duty, so we're gonna get new perks and stuff. We've got I refresh my chat, it will show up then. Oh, no new messages. Okay. You know, we got perks, and some of them are recycled, some of them are new. We're going to read through the list that we know of Vanguard right now. These are subject to change, because again, We still have 2 months until the game actually goes live. So we have Ghost. We know what Ghost is. It's undetectable while moving by spy planes, enemy intel, and field mics. Fortified, which is reduced damage and health regen delay from explosions. Damage reduction increased while mounted, crouched, or prone. We have Low Profile, which is training in how to avoid detection by the enemy, which are immune to the effects of piercing vision, which we're gonna not talk about, I guess. And then we have Survival Training, which maximizes resistance to stun effects and immune to gas. Immune to gas, that might be broken for Warzone, because gas, but Survival Training just kind of seems like attack masks with a different name. And that's kind of, yeah, those are all your perks for perk 1. We're going to move on to perk 2 here when I go back to the right tab. Perk 2, you've got High Alert. Your vision pulses when enemies outside of your view see you. Radar, which is where enemies appear on your minimap when they fire an unsilenced weapon. That could be a little weird just because of the fact that shouldn't that be how core is anyway? Forward Intel, which sees indicators of enemy reinforcements on your minimap, where minimap also shows a larger area. Then we've got Tracker, where enemies leave behind a footprint trail. This one is actually completely recycled. Enemies leave behind a footprint trail. You see markers at enemy death locations and hide the death markers of enemies you kill. Perk 3, we have Demolition, which is an extra lethal on spawn. Thrown lethals display an indicator showing the path of the lethal. Double Time, which doubles the duration of tactical sprint, increase couch movement speed by 30%. Tactician, which restocks your tacticals every 30 seconds. An Overkill, which so you can carry 2 primary weapons. It's just a sample of the full list of perks available in Vanguard. There could be more in the full game, or they could be changed. But we'll find out before the game's released on November 5th, because we have the open betas. I lied. Now we have 2 more things to talk about because we have another Warzone glitch. So there's a glitch when you die and you're eliminated from the game, and you can spectate your teammates. You can use a spectator screen to see enemies through a door that your teammate's looking at. If this is used with correct communication, your teammates can win the fight with a seemingly unfair advantage, since the enemy doesn't know what's on the other side of said door, or that you can see them through the spectator screen. I wouldn't call this cheating so much as abusing a glitch that shouldn't be in there to begin with. I don't know. I just feel kind of weird about this. But the last thing we're going to talk about is, now that we're Season 5 Reloaded, that typically means we're a good chunk of the way through Season 5. So when is Season 6 going to start? So, since the release of Vanguard is just around the corner, Season 6 will be the last before the game is integrated into the Battle Royale. Or, well, before the release of Vanguard, actually. So when will the new season start? So we got Season 5 Reloaded, which gave us a host of new buffs and nerfs, as well as the new clash mode. So here's what we know about Season 6 so far. At this time, the release date hasn't been confirmed by Raven, but if we look at the past schedules, we can get a good idea. Seasons of Warzone tend to last around 8 weeks before they're updated. The 5th release was on August 13th, which would hint at an October release for Season 6. But that's not something we can say for sure. Because if we start a new season on the 6th, or in October, and then a month later we get Vanguard, they might have to push back, or move forward, or move up the release of Season 6, because of the fact that it feels like it just feels too close. It's a month before the new game. And it's not sure. It could throw off the timetable just because of the fact that, again, it's a month before release. That being said, we are out of things to talk about. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you for listening. Be sure to follow me or just hit me up on any of the social medias at the top of the screen. And on that note, I'm going to try to be back here next Saturday, 8 p.m. as always. We're going to see what happens. I really, really hope I feel like it, because I do enjoy doing this, I promise. That being said, thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you later.